All right, YouTube. Z Fold 3, first 48. First 48 hours with the phone. I have a lot of thoughts about this phone that I want to share with you guys. But right off the top, I want to get some things out of the way. If you have a Z Fold 2 and it's in great condition, like you haven't gotten it wet or anything like that, chances are you know how to take care of your foldable device. You do not need this device. All right, this is very similar to the Z Fold 2. To me, the notable additions is just the IP rating for water resistance and S Pen support. Outside of that, you're losing some front-facing camera quality. You're losing some milliamp hours for the battery. Now, I've only had this thing for 48 hours, so I can't really speak a lot on the battery, but I will say, based on what I've been getting so far, I would say this will get you about, depending on the user, maybe around 5 hours of screen on time. And to me, that's not that great. But again, that's just an estimate based on how I've been using the phone and me forecasting a little bit. But it's definitely not the best battery life. So did Samsung do enough with this device? Well, if their ultimate goal is to make foldable phones mainstream, I don't think that's gonna happen. Not with this phone, not with the Flip 3. These are just my opinions, right? These phones aren't going to sway other phone users, like iPhone users, people that already have and maybe love their Surface Duos. This won't be the phone to bring those folks over. It's not going to convert those folks over to the Samsung side of things. Now, it's going to be very hard to do that. It'll be very hard to gain iPhone users and bring them over to the foldable world that Samsung has begun to create. My opinion is that they need to go back to offering more. Like, the presentation needs to be greater. For example, the original Fold came with like a little flimsy little covering, but at least it came with some sort of case. It also came with the buds. This phone is $1,800 and all it came with was a cable. You have to buy a charger separately if you don't already have a charger. There's no fast charging or anything really available for the phone, so it charges up really slow. So I feel like they're trying to tell us that they're making the phone more affordable, but yet they're still taking other things away. And that's just not going to get it done. Not for a $2,000 phone. So the experience with this phone is very similar with the other Fold phones. But if you're loving your phones now, your foldables, your Fold 1 and 2, you'll like it, but it's just investing another $2,000 into a phone that you already have. So now, if you don't already have a foldable, and you're looking to get into a phone like this, maybe, and I'm going to assume that you are a Samsung fan, because really that's who this is marketed towards. They're not pulling other people away. Like, I have multiple devices. I love both iOS and Android, and this is not the phone that would make me put down my iPhone and forget about it. It just won't happen. So if people are making reviews out there and making it seem as if they're doing that, I would question that. But I can only go by how I feel. There's something about this phone that makes it difficult to use on a day-to-day basis. So what I mean by that is it's cumbersome, right? So it's lighter than the Fold 2, but yet it's still kind of thick and heavy. The cases that you can purchase and have on this phone are decent, but I never feel like the phone is just strong enough to withstand day-to-day abuse and just, you know, if I'm eating and then I just pick the phone up and scroll around and do stuff, I'm not really worried about it. That's what I normally do with my phones. Like, I'm not really worried about the phone. And hence, I haven't had any accidents with my phones. With this phone, and just like I had experience with the first Fold and the Fold 2, they feel like they're a lot of work, right? They just don't feel, man, I'm losing the words. It's hard to describe the experience. You really have to get the phone and compare it to what you're used to. So I really want to love this phone, but I don't love it. I mean, it's a novelty situation. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. This is a novelty, right? And eventually that wears off. Sometimes it takes a while for it to wear off. I mean, you can customize this thing to the gills and have fun with it, but at the end of the day, it's still going to get you the same apps and things that your other phones do. But now, is it a hindrance to use every day? Like, I still don't want to just put this in the cup holder in my car, you know, while I'm streaming music or something like that, or tossing it on the seat. I still have to worry about things falling on top of it or something poking the screen. Like, it's still, even though the screen is stronger now, they have more reinforced materials and whatnot. I love that they've done that. They'll continue to improve on the phone, but yet it's still cumbersome to use. And the outside screen, yeah, it's great, 120 hertz now, but it's still super narrow, right? It's still usable, but it's still super narrow. And using it, you could do it one-handed. You're gonna fatigue after a while. This thing is thick and bulky. Man, buyer's remorse. I would say that. I was super excited about it. I know I probably pissed a few people off with some of my comments on this phone, but I'm sorry. It's how I feel, and I have to always keep it 100 with you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and try to big up the phone and make it seem like it's so phenomenal and great and I'm so blown away when I'm not. I don't get paid to do these videos. I do them because I love the technology. I do them to interact with you guys in the tech community. But yeah, I have to be honest, like I'm not that impressed with the phone. And maybe I'm spoiled with other phones and experiences, or maybe I'm just set in my ways and I'm used to how things work. And I got a new device and I'm still trying to figure out how to make it work. How do I make myself love this thing? I guess is my biggest challenge. It's not convenient to use. And after a while, most consumers want convenience, right? So maybe the Flip 3, maybe I have to eat my words that I had in the unboxing when I felt like the industry is pushing the Flip 3 on everybody. Maybe that is the better purchase, you know, having something that just folds in half for the convenience of saving pocket space. But to me, the Flip 3 just didn't add anything new to the phone game other than, you know, the outside screen that you can see notifications and weather on now. Okay, big whoop. The battery is still super small, so, I mean, it probably won't even get you through a full day. So all these phones have their shortcomings. It's just going to be what you're willing to live with. Yeah. Those are my thoughts 48 hours in. Hit me up in the comments. You guys can roast me and attack me if you want, if that's what you feel like doing today. But, and I apologize. I probably sound bummed out because I kind of am. I don't know what I was really expecting. I was expecting some sort of wow factor with this phone, and it's not there. I don't know. You guys tell me. Convince me otherwise. Tell me why you love it. Tell me why you love your Fold. It's your boy Yella. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace.